What's going on, YouTube? Claykeysult back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius news update, and we've got this little bit of a strange update here. It's not, you know, we have a new banner, but no new characters on this banner. We have an extremely challenging trial coming out, and we finally have, besides Farian, some ability enhancements, some awakenings for your characters out there that I think you guys should be spending them on. So first things first, we have the maintenance here. It'll be on Wednesday going into Thursday. Now, if that's morning, night, afternoon, whatever that time that is for you guys, you know, you're going to have to check yourselves, but that's when it's going to be going on like normal. We get the Gil Snapper's Cave. I know a lot of people have been asking me about getting Gil in the game. If you didn't get enough from the King Mong raid, and sadly you didn't get to take part in the Great Ifrit Coin sell of 2017, you guys are going to be able to get in there and get some Gil Snappers. I was really excited about this all chambers open. I had no idea why, but I saw it in all caps, so it got me excited. And then I saw this pretty lights got in my eyes, and you know, I'm like a kid anyway, you guys know that. So this looks beautiful, but all in all, I think it's kind of like whatever. I don't really see myself in here very much unless I'm getting those ability gems from the Chamber of Gems, or I run out of those, you know, holy crystals, or, you know, things like that, because they don't have the King Mog shop anymore. I'm in here, but other than that, not really in here too much, but they did a great job. I mean, I love the way this looks. I mean, it's amazing. So good job on that. Just bad job, I guess, on what it is. But speaking of ability awakening gems, let's go over what units we're going to be awakening this week. Alright, so we have actually a really great one here. We have Sakura, Rosa, Exdeath, Refia, Cecil, Dark Knight, Cecil, and Luneth. And first thing you notice here, there are a lot of great characters on here that you guys do love. I'm going to tell you right now that Dark Knight, Cecil, and Luneth are the two big ones you guys are going to be enhancing. We're going to talk about that real quick. And the others are lackluster, probably not worth your time. Let's go over Luneth real quick. What these enhancements do to Luneth and Dark Knight Cecil is turn them into great finishers, great strong attackers. Overall, just some of the top damage dealing units in the game now at 5-star. Swordmaster goes up for Luneth, and before I think it was a 40%, you know, buff when you have a sword increase, something like that. His Awaken +1 is going to put that up to 50%. So when you have a sword, it's 50% sword mastery. Awaken +2. On top of that, he's getting large sword, katana, and dagger mastery. All right, so that's going to make his attack go up so much with all these different things. Throwing on, you know, great sword mastery in a materia slot, or katana mastery, you put a katana on him, that's going to be, you know, 150% right there with a sword and a katana and katana mastery. Remember, guys, there is a hard cap of 300% on your equipment when boosting these guys up, so be aware of that. You don't want to be wasting any of those percentages when you're doing this. But Swordmaster going to make him get big, strong, and put that attack stat up there that everybody likes to look at. All right, now let's talk about Advance and Cut Through, because they work hand in hand. Advance was an ability that you would cast on yourself. It was a buff of 60% attack, and then it would lower your defense by 30%. I think it lasted for 3 turns, and it wasn't really that big of a deal. You awaken that +1. That's going to get a 2x multiplier single target attack added on top of that, and that's just going to make, you know, do damage while you're buffing yourself by 60% attack. What happens at Awaken +2? It's going to boost that attack by 100% instead of 60%, and it's going to reduce the turns down to 2 turns instead of 3 turns lasting. Okay, so you're going to be doing a 2x multiplier attack. Your defense is going down by 30%, but hopefully you have that covered, because that 100% attack buff is really important on top of what happens next with Cut Through. So Cut Through was the single target ability that Luneth had that did a lot of damage. We're boosting up that defense ignored by 50%, which is amazing. You always want that 50%. Very, very strong. But when you awaken it ×2 here, it's going to boost the damage amount great. And what that's going to do is that's going to put the damage up to, I think, about a 3.5 multiplier normal use, okay? With the 50% damage mitigate, not damage, excuse me, defense ignore, that's going to make that about a 7x multiplier flat with all that calculated in. But, as you can see here, if Cut Through is used after Advance, after you boost yourself by 100% and do a little damage, it's going to turn into Slay. And what does that mean? Slay just means more damage, baby. It's going to turn it into a multiplier of 5.25 with a 50% defense ignore, which after calculations is what? 10.5 times damage multiplier. That is insane to be hitting. It's, you know, it hits. It's going to be insane to hit at the end of a chain. With some elemental damage, if you want to slap that on his weapons, you're going to put on him. Very strong. So not only is he buffing himself by 100% and then doing a 10.5 times multiplier ability, he gets all these great masteries thrown on top of him, baby. If Luneth was awesome to begin with, he started to feel a little lackluster when the changers came out, but now he's going to be holding top strong at a finisher, you know, at the finisher table. He's going to have his place there for sure. And then moving on to Dark Knight Cecil, he's also going to be a finisher, and he's going to be one of the best finishers in the game. I'm sorry, Olive, you're going to have to move over for the boys because they back in town, you know what I mean? So, Shikoku, It boosted up your attack before. It's going to increase that boost attack just by a little bit. So it's just a passive, you know, attack increase. And it's going to boost your dark resist up to 75%. Very, very strong if you go against anything dark. He ain't going to be taking too much damage from that. And then Awaken +2 is really, really important here. Recovers HP every turn during battle. Now, this will last the whole time. It never falls off of him. It's an auto regen. And it's going to be healing him for 9,999 health. That is insane, guys. So every turn this guy's going back to full health, unless you build him super tanky and make him have like over 10,000 health, he's going to be getting his health back. That's going to be important because Dark Cannon is our AoE ability for Dark Knight Cecil. And what happens when you Awaken +1? It's going to add a 50% Dark Imperil to the attack. And Awaken +2, it's going to put the damage up on it to a 3.5 multiplier. So it's going to be a 3.5 multiplier AoE ability that does 50% Dark Imperil. That's what we're going to be using. It does cost some health, but that's not his big damage ability, all right? Soul Eater is where it's at. Soul Eater, when you awaken at +1, it reduces Dark Resist, and also boosts HP consumed. So Awakening +1 is going to add a 100% Dark Resist Imperil. Like, think about that for a minute. That's 100%. Orlando just does 50% with Light. This is 100% with Dark. Dark Veritas will be coming out soon. Pretty good chainer, I've heard from JP players. This is what you want with him. This is a finishing technique. This is insane. Actually, though, the boost HP consumed going up to 60%. And the way that works, guys, all right, so it's going to cost 60% to do Soul Eater of your HP. That is calculated from your max HP. So if you use him twice, you use dual wield, that's 60% of your max HP, 60% of your max HP. And Dark Knight Cecil's knocked the fuck out. He killed himself. So how can we get around that, guys, when you're using this amazing unit? You guys, we can throw a heal in the middle. So he'll do his move and it'll cost his HP. And as he's coming back, as long as you time the heal all right, and you know, it's not that hard, it's going to get enough HP to where he does it and he comes back. And then his, you know, his Shikoku is going to kick in and he's going to go back to full health. Or, you know, you just put an auto re-raise on him. He'll come back after he passes out. But this is another big thing. Awaken +2, boost that damage up. That thing goes up to like a 7.5 times the multiplier, I do believe. Let me make sure I have it written over here. Yep, 7.5 times multiplier, guys. That is insane. And with the 100% Dark Imperil, all right? So you throw up on his Deathbringer on him. You're doing that dark damage, 100% Imperil, doing 7.5 times multiplier damage twice. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of the fact that Luneth up here, boy, he's doing that finishing stuff too. Just amazing stuff. Now let's talk about other units here. All right, let's talk about these other units. We'll talk about Cecil real quick, because everybody loves Cecil. Cecil was one of our best tanks until, you know, Wilhelm, Warrior of Light, White Knight Noel came out. Does Cecil get any better? Sadly, no. His enhancements actually suck. Suck really bad. Focus, all that happens to focus, it doesn't get a % up, it just gets less MP costs. Don't really care about that. Holy Light, it's a passive. It's going to boost his spirit, it's going to be added on there about 20%, not that big of a deal. And then recovers HP every turn between in battle, just not that, like, it's just not that good. It's just, these aren't that great. Saintly Wall, boost chance of protecting others while guarding, very small boost there. We go to Awakening +2, so it puts it up, but not that high. Boost damage mitigations when protecting others, very, very small, not that big of an increase. Recovers MP every turn during battle. He's going to get that 5% auto recovery there on the MP. Just not enough to boost him up to even match the people who don't have enhancements yet at 6-star tanks. Sorry, Cecil, you're not the guy for me anymore. I did love you. Where are you at, buddy? Like, I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry, you gotta be really to rest right now. And let's talk about the other ones. We have two other ones. We don't really need to worry about Rosa or Sakura. They're just not that great. They don't go to 6-star. No worries there. But let's talk about Exdeath and Refia. What do they get? Refia, sadly, doesn't get that much great going on. Her full life gets MP decrease, how much it costs twice. That's her enhancements there. She gets some MP recovery and an MP stroll. So when you're walking in an exploration, she'll get MP back if she's moving around. And she gets the auto recovery with the 5% MP per between battle, just like Cecil is getting now. And a lot of the people out that are our 6-star ability people have already. And then the big thing for Refia, though, is her Embolden does get a nice little heal that happens over time, over the 5 turns. Instead of just the attack and defense being boosted, she also throws a heal on people over 5 turns. And it's actually a pretty solid heal, so that's pretty cool. But again, Refia is just being outshined right now. Those weren't enough to catch her up. You have to have dual cast on her. We're over that. We've moved on to Tillith, and Shola's even better, essentially, without dual cast. So there's that. Let's talk about Exdeath. Is he worth it? He's a mage, so first off, it's going to be rough for you. Second off, his enhancements aren't that great. great. Meteor being his best one, in my opinion. It's going to go up to a 3-hit, and it's going to increase its multiplier there. So 3 hits of Meteor, you know, that just sounds awesome. And it uses black Awakening Stones instead of using your, like, power and support. However, his next 2 do use power and support, like everybody seems like they use when it comes to enhancements. Come on, Square Enix and Goomy, let's fix that up a little bit. We got to be able to use the other ones too. You can awaken his passives, his killer passives, because he has ones that work on magic, XDeath does, up from 20% up to 50%, and that's pretty good, and that's awesome. And then his third enhancement's going to be in Wicked Light, his, you know, his light dealing damage move. It makes it go up to like a 3.5 times multiplier. Nothing too special, you know, so XDeath, sorry, buddy, you're not there either. So, even though it looks like all these guys are fantastic when it comes to their enhancements, Dark Knight, Cecil, and Luneth stand on top, and they stand hard, they stand strong. They're great to go. So let's move on to talk about some more stuff in the news. We'll move on here. We have this, we have the story continuing here. Where's that at? Story continuing. We don't get an Esper. That's the first thing I always check. But you guys can get in there, learn a little about the story. There's probably going to be some more items, some more keys to collect. That's always cool to get into. The biggest thing for this time for me, though, this week, besides the enhancements, is the Algion trial. And I don't know if I'm saying that right, the Robo Trial. Guys, this trial is about to break some people's will in this game. This trial is no joke. This trial, remember when I said Gilgamesh was hard? This is a whole another level of hard, guys. If you guys are having trouble with trials that are recently out, this guy you're not going to be able to touch for a while unless they change him in global. I haven't read on, so I have no idea, but I'll give you what I know about him. For a team that can't be dealing a lot of damage, okay, there are 2 strategies of beating this guy. He has a body, then he has a right arm and a left arm. The first strategy is to kill the body, and then the right arm, and then the left arm, from what I understand. But the only way you could do that strategy if you're dealing over 500k a turn, because the right arm will heal the body 500,000 life, and the body has 10 million life, alright? So that's the first strategy. So you got to be able to dish the damage out. If you can't dish the damage out, this is how the strategy works, I do believe. You are, guys, let me make sure I'm getting this right. I wrote this down. You guys are going to be killing this is it. You guys are going to kill the left arm first, okay? Then you're going to kill the right arm, then you're going to kill the body. That sounds easy, right? Problem is, the left arm and the right arm resurrect after each time they're killed, until you kill them a certain amount of times. The left arm is 10 times, from what I understand. The right arm is 3 times, and then you kill the body, and that's the end of the boss fight. This can take hours. I'm talking 3 to 4 hours. I'm going to try to do a, you know, a budget build friendly guide. I want to make it as budget build as friendly. But the way I'm going to approach this trial is I'm going to teach you guys how to do the trial. I'm going to show it with my big-ass team. You know, show you guys how to do it with my team that can actually get in there and finish it. And then the other trial, I don't want a 5-hour-long video on my YouTube. So I'm unsure about that. If you guys have suggestions, put them in the comment section down below. But that's it. So let's keep scrolling down to see if anything changes. See, a boss stronger than any boss before him has arrived, Kupo. He's really, really powerful, Kupo. They just keep saying that. You should really over-prepare for this challenge, Kupo. So very, very powerful. One of the things that happens too is one of the arms is going to kill. It's going to literally do so much damage to your highest attacking unit. It's going to knock them out. It can be provoked. It can be taken off of them, you know, drawn to your tank, but then it's going to kill your tank off most likely, from what I've heard. So again, guys, Riku's going to be great with that auto re-raise. You can throw one, you know, anything like that. Rem is really good, but again, we'll get into that later. I just wanted to give a general synopsis of what's going on. So you guys do get a fist weapon in Aegean Arm. Attack 145, enables High Tide, and that boosts the limit burst fill rate, which is extremely powerful. Throw this on Riku. We're still getting limit burst up, or you can put it on your Furion, put on some snow, in my opinion, some snow TMs, the Champion's Belt, and then go to town with that 145 attack fist weapon. Insane. We get 100 Lapis, a 5-star Trust Moogle. Boost attack when equipped with Fist. Martial Art Mastery to go along with that Fist for my boy Furion. That's where I think I'm going with it. You know, comment down below where you're going with it. And then we get World Destroyer. Deal partial unmitigated damage and reduce attack, defense, magic, and spirit for all enemies. So boom, that is an equipable materia full break right there in World Destroyer. Not too shabby. And we have to evoke Ramu. We don't have to kill it, thank God, with Ramu. We have to use a limit burst, so thank God we don't have to kill it with a limit burst. And we can't use any magic for World Destroyer. So that's going to be some things we're going to have to look into. I think you do need to deal water damage to the body eventually to stop it from triggering some big-ass attack. But we'll get into all of that later. I know I'm getting winded here. We have a banner. And guys, it's a little bit disappointing for me. It's another one of those hodgepodge banners where they take a bunch of people. So they're like, hey, we're not throwing you a new banner. Specifically, we're just going to give you everybody that's getting awakened. We're going to put them on a banner. You know, Sakura's not on there. But, so overall, is this a great banner? Luneth, Dark Knight Cecil just got big dicks. They literally just became insane. So you can pull for them. That's awesome. I mean, Exvius, a decent mage. If we're talking like, you know, Dolphin, well status, if you're already up there, you guys are going for Luneth and Dark Knight Cecil. And remember, that's 2 5-stars on one banner. We've been there before with Elza and what am I trying to say? What's that guy's name? Vargas. So be careful about that. Obviously, the rates are going to be low. It's 1%. Then after that, they're each going to be 25% to equal that 50% as compared to the rest of the field. So that's going to make them lower as compared to the field. They're moving up. Cecil has been outranked with Warrior of Light, but that's a tank for newbies. Xdeath is a great mage for newbies. You know what I mean? Rosa, don't even look at her. And then Refia could help you as a healer coming in there as a 4-star base if you guys would need her. So that's overall what I'm talking about this banner. We can talk about TMs real quick if we need to. Luneth has a pretty good Celestial Gloves. That's a TM you guys will throw in a lot of your attack people or your magic people that are hybrid. Very good TM. Dark Knight Cecil has a great whoa. Global exclusive. Hold up. Global exclusive, Knight's Wrath. Boost attack magic when HP drops. Oh, yeah, that was from last time. Hold on, I was like, holy shit, I almost missed something. We already knew about that. That's cool. That's actually really strong, too, on him from the global side. So he's going to be even more powerful than he was in JP. Anyway, Deathbringer, I almost lost it. 120 attack, great sword, dark element, enable man-eater. So, I mean, it's an amazing sword. The only downfall is dark element. But we're over that now because Dark Knight Cecil could use that to his advantage with his 100% dark in peril. And with Dark Veritas coming up, it's going to be sexy as hell. You know, Refia's, you know, okay, 20% MP, Spirit 30, nothing too crazy. Excalibur, really great. So this is the banner you can pull in if you need to get Excalibur. Holy, we don't care about the Goddess's Bow either. So guys, this is your own banner. I'm not going to be doing a banner review. I'll just talk about it right now. It's up to you guys if you guys want to pull on it. Check your TMs, check your bank account, check your Lapis, because we do have, if you guys didn't know, the Nier Automata banner collab coming up. We don't know when it is, though. It could be down the road, could be a couple months, could be a couple weeks. We don't know, but that banner is going to be insane for TMs and units, from what I've been told, and they're limited, so that's what people are saving for. So that's everything in a nutshell. So what's coming at you guys this week for me is I'm going to have a guide talking about the trial. Then I'm going to have a video about me beating that robot trial with my main team, you know, just showing it off. And then I'm going to try to think of a way to show you guys a like 3 to 4 hour video if I can beat it with a budget team, without it being a 3 to 4 hour video. So we'll see how that works out, guys. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you're pulling on this banner or anything I've been talking about needing help with. Let me know in the comments below, and then subscribe for future content. We'll catch you guys in the next video.